Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I have been meaning to review this for the last 4 days. I keep almost reviewing it, and then I end up finding other stuff to review, and then so we're doing it. I made the promise to myself today. I'm like, we're getting it done. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I pledge allegiance to the fact that I am wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I wear grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. Clearly, that is not the case in this instance. I got this, I actually don't remember exactly when I got it, maybe a couple weeks ago. And it's been in my fridge, and it was just one of those things where it's like, Brandon, review it. And I was like, okay. And then I'd bring it out to my truck so that I'd remember to review it when I, got off work. And then I would end up just running into other stuff that I wanted to review before it, and, just kept getting pushed back. And finally today I was like, we're doing this. So what is it, folks? Well, it happens to be, boom, it's a thing from, I guess it's a company called MYND, or whatever, MYND. It's fucking spelled like a 1990s Marvel comic book. It is a sparkling plant-based elixir. It is 250 milligrams of hemp extract, which doesn't mean a damn thing to me. But it's vegan, no added sugar, gluten-free, non-GMO, plant-based. This is their Elderberry Passionfruit version. It is nature plus health plus science. Yes, minddrinks.com. Sure, why the fuck not, I guess. So it says it's sparkling, so I'm not going to shake it up, but let's give it a go. First of all, let's get a thing for this. Maybe. Ha! Let's give it a go. So are you supposed to be... Are you like an energy drink? I don't know. Stevia extract, alright. That was a smell. Whew. Tell you this, that helped wake me up, regardless of whether or not it had any ooh. Fuck is that flavor? I guess that's supposed to be the passion fruit, but that's a weird one. Alright. It's got a lot of things going on in it. I'll give it that. For better or for worse, it's got a lot of things going on. I don't know what to make of this. I don't think I like it. I'm going to toss that out there right now. I don't think I like it very much. But I appreciate its honesty, I guess. Yeah, so it has a weird flavor to it, and I'm going to take that as being probably the hemp extract. And the reason why I say that is because I have had other drinks with hemp extract in it, and they tend to have something of a similar flavor profile. Ooh. I don't hate it. I'll say that much. It almost reminds me of a funky lemonade. That's what it is. Yeah. It feels like some sort of weird, organic, hippie bullshit artisanal lemonade that, you think about it being made by hippies, you think it would be, relatively cheap because the Earth Man and all this and capitalism and all that stuff. But then, for some reason, it costs $24.95 at Whole Foods, which I think this is where I got it from. Though I don't think it costs that much. If it did, I feel bad for my older, stupid, or younger, stupider self. Yeah. So there's definitely a floral aspect to it, and I've had drinks with like elderberry as a flavoring. Um, it's elderberry is an interesting kind of flavor because like it has elements of sort of like a berry kind of aspect to it, a little bit of a a little bit of a fruity oomph, I guess. But then it does have like sort of floral notes to it too. So it's one of those things. Like there's some interesting stuff to go with it. Yeah, it definitely feels and tastes like a plant-based drink, which is either good or bad for you. For me, it's not my favorite thing in the world. But yeah, it feels kind of like a funky lemonade. It has sort of, again, it has that elderberry aspect to it. There's also sort of an overlapping tartness to it, which again is kind of where the lemonade aspect kind of kicks into my head. And then there's sort of like a passion fruit, I guess, aftertaste. Like it kind of kicks in when the elderberry flavor drops off. Um, Neither the elderberry nor the passion fruit, though, are doing enough on their end for me to really like this all that much. Because it sounds like it'd be like a nice, fruity, floral kind of thing, but the fact that it's a plant-based beverage, they're even using stevia extract for the sweetener. Is there sugar in this? There's no sugar. Um, yeah, it's a weird experience. And there's something else to it. Oh, that tartness hits a certain point where I don't really. I'm not a big fan when I have to wince my face up because of a drink. This definitely has that a little bit. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It almost has like a. I don't know if it's the hemp extract or what the fuck else they have going on. It almost has like an underlying element of like a prune kind of flavor, which is weird for me to say because I ain't had prunes since I was a lad. Like I can't even tell you the last time I had prunes, but like I know I've had them in my life, but they have a very distinct flavor, and this kind of reminds me a little bit of that. So you sort of have this like undercurrent of a sort of prunish, plantish flavor with sort of hints of an elderberry and then hints of a passion fruit. It's a lot of things. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No, and kinda, I guess. For me personally, I don't hate it. And it's one of those drinks where, like, if for whatever reason I ended up with a bunch of them, because, I mean, who knows? Maybe I get gifted them or what the fuck ever. I could probably learn to be okay with it to some extent. It's not, like, vile or anything. The fruity and floral elements aren't bad. I don't know that the hemp slash prune flavor, what the fuck it is, does a lot for me, but it's not so abrasive that, like, I feel the need to spit it out or anything. But I don't think I would ever get it again just because, I think they have other flavors. I might review them at some point. But just as a thing by itself, no, sir. Not for Brandon. If I'm recommending it, though, if you're into this kind of shit, go for it. If you're anyone else, you can leave it behind. That really is what it comes down to with a lot of these, like, plant-based, like, quasi-healthy-ish, drinks and foods and stuff. If you're already part of that environment, then you already kind of know what to expect. And what I'll say from my personal experience, which obviously is very limited compared to, a lot of other people's, but out of, like, the plant-based weird drinks that I've had, this isn't the worst. Again, I can kind of get behind it. Some of the flavors are kind of nice. And again, it reminds me a little bit of a weird lemonade. So there's something to it. And I think if you're already somebody who, you already have those preferences in mind, sure, it's not a bad thing. But if you're somebody who just accidentally wandered into a Whole Foods and now you're scared and frightened, and you will be there for 2 hours, by the way, because Whole Foods shoppers are the slowest people on the planet. They're slower, than people who work at the DMV. They're slower than the comatose. They just have nowhere to go. But I don't really think you need to get in on this. Like, they have plenty of other stuff you could grab that would be more palatable. So, yeah, this is one of those things you got to already be into it, but if you are, you might like it. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there yourselves and truly, what the fuck even with this tastic rest of your life? I'm so tired. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we need to go over there and deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, the thing for me to do, as soon as I turn off this camera, I'm going to swig the rest of this, hope that it bolts me up enough that I can convince my stupid ass to go over there and do one more review, and then I'm going to sleep so hard